Good afternoon to all of you. I welcome you all on this 5-day online national webinar on innovation, startups, incubation, promoting IPR. Soon we are starting with this 3rd-day program of this national webinar. इधर की लाइट चालू करो रोशनी अच्छी बड़ी अंदर अंदर दिख रहा है
Very good afternoon, Panda sir.
Good afternoon, Panda sir.
Panda sir, can you? Very good afternoon. Yes, you are audible, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Shall we start, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Panda sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you?
I'm good, sir. What about you, sir?
कुछ नहीं, सब कुछ. I am fine.
Right.
Waiting for you and also the remaining speaker. It's really very nice when you join with us.
I'm not getting the opportunity to watch you online, sir. Kindly open your
Yes,
camera.
within 2 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Good afternoon to all of you. Here we are for this 3rd day of the online national webinar on innovation, startups, incubation, promoting IPR under the MOU with We Grow Research Innovations. And I want to give the special thanks to today's resource person because he signed this MOU with us as a We Grow Research Innovations. So a special thanks to sir. And in this today's session, our resource person, Mr. Professor Ramesh Chandra Panda sir. I want to introduce the Ramesh Chandra Panda sir. Before that, I welcome all the dignitaries, all the participants over here, the students as well as staff, all the persons. So I want to introduce first Professor Ramesh Chandra Panda sir. He is a professional with a distinguished career of over 14 years of industrial and academic experience, providing educational instruction, engineering projects, and training solutions to individuals, a research guide, and an editor or reviewer of 6 international UGC CARE listed and Scopus Index journals. He has authored or editorial 12 textbooks named Industrial People Management and Joy of Engineering and Management, Industrial People Management, Interdisciplinary Bridging Gap between the education and industry requirements. Professor Panda published or accepted 28 research papers and published a 205 research patents, research copyright under the Intellectual Property Right of India and indexed at WIPO Switzerland, and granted 325 numbers of utility patent industrial design patents, and Indian research copyrights. Professor Pandasar granted 55 Australian patents, 12 South African patents, 16 Indian patents, and filed more than 62 Australian innovation patents. To establish himself in the field of education, to utilize his skills and experience to help the students to achieve the high improvements in career, self-directed, enthusiastic educator with a passionate commitment to institute development and the learning experiences, skilled in the design of challenging, enriching, and innovative activities that address the diverse interests and needs of students, to work in a growth-oriented organization where the sincerity and hard work pay. So I want to give the special thanks to Professor Ramesh Pandasar sir, because he had signed this MOU with us, and that's why we got the opportunity to take this type of a 5-day online national webinar on the innovation, startups, incubation, and promoting IPR. So really, I welcome you, sir. And before wasting the time, I think we should start with our today's resource person, Professor Ramesh Pandasar sir. So I request you, sir, please deliver your disciplinary lecture, please, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. It's my honor, actually. And with our beloved elder brother, Dr. Gaikwad sir, I'm really, pleased. I'm really pleased to, deliver this talk today with you. And whatever intellect, being a part of intellectual property right, I'll try to explain you the procedures, filing procedures, how we may arrange the grants, right? Actually, I'm not holding any PPT right away. Anyway, we can start from the innovations. Give me a minute, please. Right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Better you can explore my work from patent scope. When you are working for the innovations, we are working with the novelty. And my real friendship with patent scope, WIPO Switzerland, where all Indian national and international patents are going to index together. And Google Patent, I'm not uploading my profiles or my work. Better you can search over Patent Scope and WIPO Switzerland portals, where you can find all my work together. Whatever inventions and innovations related to sustainability, IoT practices, 3D printing, you better can find one by one. You can search there and you can read it. Innovation, actually, it's nowadays it's my weakness actually. Patents, filing patents, arranging the grants. Being the highest patent holder of India, only one thing I can suggest to all my connections, to all my MOU colleges, that research is something in our life which can uplift your career, always give you positive vibes, always push you to do some great in your life. Learning and research with the ethics standards. Whenever we are going for any research work, first of all, we are working for the novelty, prior art of development, inventive steps, and with ready ideation, how your innovation can helpful for the society. Unfortunately, I'm not getting the opportunity to convert my innovations into real-time products. But if you rightly search over my work, you can find before every research, we are producing the problem statements. Likewise, now we're working with one of my friend from Rai University, right? Who ideated one invention, how to avoid duplication in medicinal practice or supply chain management. India is producing more than 10 to 20% of bhejal, or you can say duplicate medicine in world. You can rightly define the things into World Health Organization's report. So with respect to BEST, we ideated two things. We developed one IoT-based automatic kind of tunnel systems with your buzzer and one coding recognizer, that is called barcode recognizers, which can avoid the duplication of medicine in supply chain management. This is one problem statement. In supply chain management also, you can find the deterioration of medicinal compositions. So for that, for every medicines, they need some suitable temperature conditionings, right, to maintain its quality and compositions. With respect to that, we invented one ideation, the minimum temperature supposed to maintain by the system, and it will send one automatic alarm or automatic one GPS tracking systems. So during the supply chain management of medicines, it will convey the ambient temperature can convey to the manufacturer, doctors, and to the chemist. Likewise, we are developing different iterations. Nowadays, I'm working with one innovation on flushing technologies. Two parameters now all industrial automation avoiding. First is during machining process even, no one taking care of temperatures. So we are generating one ideation with IoT based your infrared pyrometer systems, which will be a non-contact type of temperature measurement system, non-contact type of temperature measurement system ranging temperature between 0 degree to minus 270 degrees centigrade. So earlier I was limited only with the research work, means only researching the things, editing the things, only writing the reviews. But nowadays when I'm talking about research, I used to take the problem statement. One research patent, not less than one PhD work. I'm telling you. During the, and no more intellectual property right government of India or any other countries, international bodies, they are not giving grants without right examinations. Patent is something, it's the highest value of research standards. When you are taking a grant, that will give you that much positive vibes in your life. Means again, it will compel you to do some great in your life. I already filed more than 350 numbers of patent together. And I'm sitting for the examinations and waiting for my results. And fortunately, by God's grace and like people, your blessings, I already granted more than 125 plus patents and more than 30 plus something copyright, Indian research copyrights. So thing is, when we are working for the research, make it very sure you are holding all the ethical practices, number one. Never limit yourself to learn the things, because beyond the scope, lot of things are there which is not desirable to us. And when you are talking about research practices, your trial and error method in validation of work is required. For example, you are working for a patent or working for a research practice, means copyright or something. First of all, you identify the title of the inventions. In publications, we are not taking care of everything. Means in publications, we are not taking care of novelty part. Anybody can write anything and you can publish into quality index journals. But when you are working for the patents, you have to take care of each and every wordings that you are using for your patent work, patent drafts. Proper novelty required, duplication or repetition of the words in title of invention, abstract, and whole of the contents. It's, it will means what is that called? It will degrade your values in patenting procedures. It will allow you for the non-grants. So novelty is the means novelty and prior art of development is the first work we are doing for the patents. And when you are writing your title of invention, even if for the research paper, you please keep the objective outcome of your projects with some social benefits. So that will be understood for everyone that what it's all about. When you are writing for the abstract ready for your patent, or you are defining your patent, write principle in short and social benefit in short, and what kind of exact practice you are doing. Then you have to define its working principle with one novel model diagram or flow chart or illustrated diagram. Then you have to define its claims and inventive steps. One Indian, actually, if you look after, means all over world patenting IPRs, our Indian process is very lazy process. Lazy process means we are taking minimum 1 month time for publications. And our patenting procedure also degrade, means day by day degrading its value. I'm the same person working for US patent, UK patent, Australian patent, South African patent, Germany patent, Japanese patent, and Indian patents. And with my personal experience, I'm not supposed to speak that Indian patents are not having, that much value comparisons, not like that. But Indian patenting procedure is very slow. Even if you are arranging a grants for designs or arranging a grants for your utility patent, it takes minimum 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years time. One of my friend last means day before yesterday arranged a grant, Indian patent grant, after 7 years. People are not having that much, patience even to wait for the process. And our patenting procedure is step by step. First of all, you have to file the patent. Then it will get published. If you are interested, you will sit for the examination. And if you are not interested, only you are satisfied with the publications. Nowadays, what people are doing, they are publishing the patent. Then they are thinking that, yes, I already done the work, no need of the grants. Grant matters. Grant holding API score as per the guidelines of UGC, AICT, NAC, NBA, NIRF. Grant matter. That's why government giving you up to 5 lakh rupees funding for arranging one international patent grant and up to 1 lakh rupees reimbursement for arranging one national patents. If you are working for the geographical indications, government giving 20,000 rupees reimbursement. If you are working for any trademark, government is giving 10,000 reimbursement. Reimbursement to encourage the innovator, to encourage the researchers, to encourage the faculty, to encourage the student, to encourage the institutions and universities together. Grant matters. After publication, what are exactly happening in Indian patenting procedure? If any inventor or applicant interested for the next process, separate you have to pay for the patent applications, examination application fees, and it's near about 4,500 something, and your patent will examined by the examination committee. Again, it will take 6 months time. Again, 1, 2, 3 time of trials will be there. Again, one final hearings will be there. So it losing the patience and competency of the people actually. If it will be in flow process that you are filing and it will go through the examinations like other international patent, then it will be easy for every Indian professors and researchers for filing of the patent and stay tuned with the grants of the patent. Unfortunately, our patenting procedure is late procedures and there is no difference between patents. Whether you are filing for the Indians or international one, every IP is holding their own standards. If you are filing and arranging, I granted more than 8 number of South African patent in month of January. Few people commented me, sir, South African is a backward country and why you are filing patent? There is nothing, no. They are having intellectual peoples. Those are governing the total controlling process of the patents. During pandemic, starting from 2010 to 2011, I filed more than 80 patents, Australian patent. Unfortunately, I received the grants for more than 65 something. And still 11 number of patents are still awaiting position as because Australian government stopped filing innovation patent before 25th August 2021. So still that is in queue. That's still in filing case. There is no further movement. I'm just waiting for the time. If God grace will be there, they will again start releasing the patenting examination and compliance letter and will arrange the grants for that. If you are arranging a patent, filing for a patent, publishing a patent for your individual accreditation or credentials, you are getting 30 API score as per the UGC and the ICT norm, as we all are into, educational practices. If you want to uplift your career first, you please download the guidelines given by the UGC and AICT, API score. And likewise, you invest yourself for publication of papers, for publication of chapter, for publication of patents, grants of the patent. If you want to work for the Indian research copyright, then it's very simple process. Means file process is difficult with respect to your patents, but it's a simple process. You can motivate yourself to do one work and define its novelty, make a document, and you can easily process the things. And the monopoly of the attorneys, next to the difficulties of our educational practice, the monopolies of attorneys. Because you are the creator, you are the inventor, you are making your draft ready, but you are not aware about the patenting procedures. You don't know how to file the forms, where to submit the form, what the procedure actually. That's why few attorney also taking the benefits of the same. We are completely depends on the attorney. Those are means certified attorney by Government of India IP cells. They are taking the monopoly. If they want, they will process your work. If they don't want, they will not process. And again, due to pandemic, things are into queue, files are not processing. This is the difficulties. Copyright means you are taking the ownership or you are taking the proprietorship of your research work. Once you are copywriting the things, nobody can steal your idea. The patents I already filed, and nowadays I'm working for to take its copyright. And apart from this patenting procedure, what next matter? Your expertise area. Expertise area means you have to work. You are generating one document means you supposed to very clear about the loopholes. You supposed to very clear about your work. Otherwise, you can't arrange the patent grants. Because every patent depends on the examinations. And as per the norms, novelty, prior art of development, inventive steps, claims, specification. Specification is a very important part. You have to very clear about the work you are producing, and with respect to examination, we have to generate the same kind of answers for the affair, then only patent will be granted. You can find many work into sustainable practice. I will let you know 2-3 small things I will discuss today. 2-3 innovations I will discuss. I already filed and I arranged the grants for the same. I will take 2-3 problem statement. First problem statement is, in India, more than 40 to 45% people, newborn baby or premature deliver, they are suffering from jaundice. For that, I have an innovation, will explain. As per the World Health Organizations, in India, more than 20 to 21% newborn babies, premature deliver, are dying due to hypothermia disease. Hypothermia is a temperature difference disease. I developed one patent grant, that is how to fabricate or manufacture organic fertilizers. I'll let you know how it is, means how it is working exactly. I'll share my PPT with you. Unfortunately, I'm not holding the PPT right now. I'll let you know. These are the very interesting work I already remembered. Actually, I forgotten everything. Means the number of work you can, if I will download, means it will be it will be what means. I'm not able to download even the work I produce within 2 years. More than 300 patent means it's equivalent to what? Not less than 300 into 50 pages of documents. That much I invested myself to write a research and develop the contents. One of my innovation is cost-effective thermal matrices to avoid hypothermia of neonatal patients. I developed that project even. That's very interesting. The interesting part is still with our Indian culture, still our the Indian, the family practices. If one newborn baby coming to your house in Odisha, I'm a guy of Odisha, Bhubaneswar, right? In Odisha, What exactly we are celebrating? We are keeping the baby inside a dark room near a fire station to keep the baby warm, right? The minimum temperature required for a neonatal patient or newborn baby, premature delivery. You can understand nowadays no mother expecting normal delivery. They want cesarean. Cesarean means it's a premature delivery. It's not normal. It's abnormal. They want this kind of baby, need proper kind of feeding, right temperature conditionings to sustain themselves. So for that, what exact practice we are doing in intensive care units, we are keeping the baby inside a warmer or in a ICU, small ICU, ambient temperature we are maintaining, and we are feeding the baby. But what the problem statement with my research work, the cost engagement, per day cost engagement for this process is very high. If you are keeping a baby inside a ICU for 10 days, minimum you have to pay for 1 lakh rupees. It's a minimum in cost engagement now. So what exactly we are doing? To avoid this cost engagement, we are taking any healthcare policy, right? And companies, those are women are working in company or educational institutes, they are giving some reimbursement and we are providing them 3 months, right? Whatever. But the cost engagement is very high, right? So instead of a common person can't pay for that, means can't afford for that. Suppose one person is earning 10,000 to 15,000 rupees monthly. It's not that much easy to pay 1 lakh rupees to keep the baby inside a warmer or for a 10 to 15 days ICU practice for a neonatal patients. I developed one cost-effective thermal matrices. Now it's IoT engaged. I've taken 2 layers of thermal matrices, 0.5 copper gauge wires. I scattered throughout with my daughter actually developed the project. We scatter around the thermal matrices, then we stitched it. And one automatic temperature control sensors that can maintain the exact temperature between 36.5 degree to 37.5 degree centigrade. And it is a carry device. You can keep your baby inside and during the transportation, it will be help you out. Such kind of problem statement with innovation practices are required for the grants of the patents. I granted that patent. We develop nowadays. I'm working with Gujarat Sarvajanik College of Engineering. Today morning I submitted its examinations report. We developed one neonatal carrier. 10 to 15% babies, newborn babies, right? Death ratio only during the transportation time. When you are taking the baby from hospital to home and home to hospitals, you are not aware about the practicing procedures, how to handle a baby exactly. We are educated mass. We are much aware about it. We are taking care of our babies very nicely. But still, India, 60% people are not, means they are staying in rural and semi-urban areas. They are not able, means they are not aware about the actual proceduring, how to keep babies safe after birth of neonatal patients or premature deliverers, how to keep the baby safe, how to hold the baby, how to feed the baby, they are not aware about it. And even if 2 to 3 degree temperature difference, that will create hypothermia in neonatal patients. So for that, we developed one innovation that is called IoT-based neonatal caddy. Caddy means it's a carrier device in which you can keep the baby. It will work like a warmer and it is sustainable one with one rechargeable batteries. Still, we are not aware about sustainable practices. What exactly is sustainable? Sustainable, that will be solar energy based or wind tunnel based. No, that is not called sustainable. Sustainable means you make a system ready which can be auto caring about. That is called sustainability, sustainable product. Lifestyle with respect to lifetime of the product, with respect to durability of the product, with respect to customer satisfaction of the product. These products are called sustainable, which can run in market for a long time. Sustainability definitions of 17 points the goals are defined by the sustainability. Actually, these are the keys of practice, sustainable practices. When you are working as an educational practitioner, when you are working, because see, when working for an innovation means it is not at the ending point of any of your work. Innovation means unless until you convert that work into real product and launch to the market, that innovation is incomplete one. I'm telling you. I still remember when I developed this product, I consulted more than 45 doctors in KIMS Medical College, Bhubaneswar, in SCB Medical College, Bhubaneswar, V. Surendra Sai Medical College, Burla. I visited with my students, with 3-4 students, we developed this ideation. We filed for its design patent. We filed for its Indian research copyright. We worked for a literature review. Again, we finalized the things with a publications. Likewise, we have to empower ourselves and empower our students even to learn the things. Education practice not supposed to limit within the textbook, pen and paper. Education practice supposed to enhance with your innovation, with your inspiration, how you are motivating others, when you are contributing something for your society. Directly or indirectly, you are contributing. You are teacher, you are professor. You are the soul lights of the society. You are giving the ways to the people. Unless until you will educate yourself, means we can't inspire other. You can't inspire means your students or anyone. I still remember when as a student of 3D printing, I defined myself as a learner first. Then only I became a patent holder. If you can really diagnosis my work, 30% work with my expertise area. Nowadays, I'm also mentoring professors and different inventor and applicants for writing the patent drafts or innovation research work. But if you rightly segregate my work, you can find most of my work into 3D printing and IoT practices. Now our education mass required expertise into innovations, expertise into new technologies, new learning practices. Today we defined one wellness model, one employee wellness model for better business turnover. This is one work I defined today. And we filed for one South African patents. That IoT-based pyrometer for easy detection of temperatures, non-contact type of infrared kind of, sensor mechanisms, we engaged. Now you can see the deviation, the transformation of industrial automations. You can find the difference within 2 to 3 days. You can find the difference, the IoT engagement. You can find the difference into industries, industry 0.0, 4.0 to shifting of 5.0. You can find the difference. Now, most of the automated industries and non-conventional machining processes and healthcare industry related any kind of innovations or product development, now they are converted into sophistications way of measurement of treatment methods. 90% of monopoly into healthcare products, 90%. If you rightly just diagnosis the things, our medicinal practices, doctors are taking benefits that other matter. If you rightly diagnosis different equipments, different machineries, because we are investigating on the things, we are developing new ideas, and we are connecting with the industries for the new innovation practice, new product development. We are making their designs ready. Nowadays, when we are diagnosing the things, we are finding the difference before making the things and getting the profits in hand. IoT based sustainable practice, your jaundice treatment device. As I already told you, 40% of newborn babies or children below 5 years age, they are suffering from jaundice. Jaundice is 1 minute, please. Yeah. Jaundice only due to deposition of bilirubin in your skin. And that can be removed by the right intensity or frequency of light therapy. I still remember when I visited KIMS Medical. Fortunately, my brother is the head of the department of neonatal departments, newborn babies, and he is the in charge of ICU in KIMS Medical College. I visited and I consulted all the the healthcare workers. I asked to bring that machine to me and let me check means how it is working exactly. What I found, the only one halogen light is there with the required intensity of focusing light capability. It's using for the jaundice treatment. We are keeping the baby just below the light and automatic bilirubin, whatever in your skin, that will come out in urine for the jaundice treatment. And that that product cost is 6.5 lakh rupees. That product cost is 6.5 lakh rupees. And minimum cost engagement to fabricate or manufacture the product not less than 10 to 20 or 20, in between 20,000 rupees. We are not aware about the curing processes. That's why Indian healthcare industry is showing their own monopoly into fabrication of products, manufacturing of utilities, facilities, and they are taking more charges. I worked with one sustainable kind of refrigeration system. I developed one freeze. I participated in what is that called your South Asia Sustainable Practice Project competition, and I received the first, my student, not myself, I guided only. We received the first best prototype award for that. We developed one product which can sustain your all eatable and drinkable food items, your bread, butter like this now, within means without decay for 3 to 4 days. I am rightly inspired by Mansukh Bhai Prajapati. One guy from Gujarat, he developed one mythical refrigeration system. You will be surprised. And you can find his video in YouTube also. Very interesting. He developed one mythical refrigeration. He is the right person of my career upliftments. That single video changed my life. What exactly that guy? He collected some clays, riverside clays, crossed it, and they make a mold. Inside them, he prepared one refrigeration system, and for the what is that cooling effect, he kept the freeze, mythical freeze inside a ambient temperature between 50 to 60 degree, and he received one President Award for that. It was my first invention, first patent. I filed. I'll taken the Indian Research Copyright Grants for the same. I published 2 papers with his work, and I converted his innovations also. I fitted one solar panel with the project. I will share the photographs and PPT with our principal sir, and sir will share with you. I have all documents ready. You can download the mythical refrigeration system, Ramesh Chandra Panda. You can Google it and you can find all the mechanisms we developed. Instead of single layer, I converted into 3 layers. Exactly, I'm not an innovator. I'm a renovator. We are, with respect to present inventions, what exactly I'm doing, I'm trying to reduce the cost of the product, and with justice evidence, I try to reduce the what is that called? Enhance the durability and people likeness of the work. Instead of single layer, I converted into 3 layers. I have forgotten what are the composition we added with the outer layers, and 1 layer of pulp and paper packings, waste cotton together to bring the sustainability of the cooling effects. And inner layer is made up of crossed clays. I engaged my civil department, I engaged my mechanical and one electrical guy to make this project complete with guidance of Dr. One of my professor from Synergy Institute of Engineering and Technology, Dr. Lokonath Dhalasamant. We completed that project. That kind of work actually giving satisfactions. This means this kind of practices with the student engagement, with the learning practices, we validated the things. With the thermal engineering, the equations, we validated the things. That giving you right boost into your career and right kind of motivation to do some great. When you engage with your student, when you make other people learn the things, that satisfaction is something different. And this satisfaction only means push you to do some great in your life. How I am filing the patent, where I am getting that much stamina and energy within me. the satisfaction, the progress, the grants. That's only one thing boosting me always, means to do some great and do some, best, means achieve some great in life. Success. One success will again push you to do some 10 new work in your life. That is the requirement. Research not supposed to limit within publications. And then nowadays you can find some avoidance among the people to do some great research work. It's okay if you are not a big scientist or you are not good practitioner, research practitioner, it's okay. At least you can start working with your own expertise area. I appreciate one professor from your Rai University, Dr. Khushbu. She worked for her PhD. She have taken patent means filed a patent. And nowadays we are that much means connected. I'm also getting some good positive vibes and inspiration from her. You produce your own work. For your own work, you take your research copyright or you publish somewhere, write a chapter, share the things among your students. That actually we are into education practice. In our practice, we can only motivate, we can inspire people. Only motivation helpful in education. You can't beat anybody. Or you can put the ears of anybody and lead down for some times. You can't give the punishment. If you give the punishment, means no one will listen to you. What you can do, you can showcase your credibility. What you can do, you can inspire. You motivate others to learn something new in their life. Anyway, if you have any questions related to research or any documentations or how to file the patents, how to arrange the grants, today we granted one Indian research copyrights on one that is called your, I forgot. I'm suffering from that is called cognitive diseases. I'm not able to remember the things. On cognitive diseases also, I published one work that is called IoT-based wearable kind of robotic arms to avoid the cognitive diseases. After crossing 40 to 45 years, people used to forget, means they are losing their memory, number one, and they are not, means they are not sufficient to understand what they are saying, what they are speaking, right? They are not able to recognize, right? So there is no medicinal practice actually. There is no, what is that called, allopathic, Ayurvedic or any Indian treatment procedures for the cognitive diseases. So what exactly did, I followed one Taiwan process, your flexible movement of hands and legs to improve the cognitive capabilities of the peoples and converted that motion into robotic wearings. I made one stand ready with one, adjustable height and adjustable chest width. We made one mechanisms and we fitted few R type of robotic joints so that you can put your hands inside. I filed for one patent for this innovation. And wearable hand will put your hands together, and as per the simulated designs or software fittings, that arms and joints, robotic joints, it will move automatic. So automatic practice means exercise will be there for the cognitive diseases. Right. If you have any kind of queries, please ask me, answer you. Related to any industry engagement, related to any innovation, research work, or how to succeed into research practices, you please share with me. Question, please. I'm audible? You please unmute yourself and raise the question, please. Unmute yourself.
Yes.
Understood. Do you want audience to ask some questions?
Yes, please.
Audience to ask some questions. Dear audience, if you have some questions, you can please ask in the chat box. And I'm allowing you to unmute also. So in case you want to unmute yourself, please be little kind that when nobody else is speaking, you will unmute yourself and ask the questions. Otherwise, you can also raise your hand. Dr. Fatangre, you can ask the question, please.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
It's my kind pleasure that you are giving us the kind information regarding with the patents. I have two queries. First query is that after getting a grant of patents, how we can get the how we can do the encashment of it, and another thing is there are the different grants are there from the government of India also regarding with the patent filing and these things. Can it possible to give the information regarding with that, please, sir?
Yes. You do one, if you are sitting in front of computer, you please click on, means you search it on Google, MHRD patent reimbursement. If you search it, you can find the link. You can find the link. See, if you are arranging a Indian patent grant, then 100% opportunity you can earn 1 lakh rupees as a reimbursement.
Okay.
If you are arranging international patent, 5 lakh rupees, up to 5 lakh rupees.
Okay.
And what documents required, I'm telling you, as per the format shared by MHRD web link, right? You need to share the bills of your research. Means if there any kind of experimental analysis for that, for what you paid the fees, or any travel allowance, you have to showcase the fees with your own signatories, in a format available. You have to write it and you have to put your own signature there. And attorney engagement you have separate. Then you can produce the bill. You can get the reimbursement. Yes, I'm telling you, I'm coming to that point. And you have to share your bank account number, unless until you are holding one Udyog Aadhaar card number. One Udyog Aadhaar card number, it's free of cost. Even if you can apply for the same by producing your, what is that called, your Aadhaar card number and voter ID card or PAN card number, you can generate your own Udyog Aadhaar card number. Else, otherwise, you can connect with any company. Those people are registering the company. You can connect with them. They are taking 200 something rupees to generate your Udyog card number. First of all, we have to do the registration online. It's an online procedures.
Yeah.
If you rightly search over the internet, you can find the links.
Yes.
Year-wise patent reimbursement is there. You have to register with your Udyog Aadhaar card number. Then you have to submit the application number, date of filing, date of grants, and your account number details, bank credentials, in which amount will deposit, and you have to produce the bills and all the documents of your patents. If you are filing for Indian patents, some sort it will be more than 9 forms, 9 to 11 number of forms you have to submit with your grant certificate, and you will get the reimbursement.
Okay, sir. Another thing is that on the DST also they are supplying the funds. No?
Yes, you can apply for the fundings. See, funding actually means a few secrets, or you can say under table things also there. I'm telling you. With respect to problem statement, DST, METI, Technology Development Board, they are giving funding for the new kind of projects. Means they are giving funding for particular kind of research work. For example, they are opening for the sustainable, means water purifications, or for their opening for the air purification systems, or contaminations, to avoid contaminations. For example, they are opening for the artificial intelligence. So, with respect to particular thrust areas or key areas of funding, you have to make your draft ready or document ready, but make it sure without publications, without patents, no more funding is available for you.
Okay, one Kapila is given there. Kapila from the, that is APJ Abdul Kalam's name.
Kapila paying only 6,500 rupees. Kapila filing for a patent, that's not sufficient even. Even I'm a practitioner, I filed more than 400 patents together. If you're going for the process, even 8,900 rupees minimum requirement for producing the patent examinations.
Okay, sir.
Kapila paying 6,500 rupees.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Attorney engagement is there, documentation drafting is there, novelty checkup is there. one patent minimum takes minimum 7 to 8 days for the prior art development, inventive steps, manpower also required. Patent is not a small thing. Right kind of invention approach, right kind of innovation strategies, novelty of work, that is very important. If you are able to produce 1% even novelty, then patent is okay. Without novelty and inventive steps, there is no grant for you. And for patent means for the, what is that called, for your funding opportunities, you have to work with the thrust areas declared by the different funding agencies. And with respect to thrust area, you must have some publications or book chapters, and profile is required. Those people you will designate as a chief investigator or co-chief investigator of your research work submitted for the fundings. They must produce, they're supposed to hold right educational standard and qualifications also to nominate yourself and consider your candidature during the scrutiny of the fundings.
Okay, sir. Another thing is that there are the number of patent agents are in the market.
Yes.
So whenever we are going to publish the patents, at that time they are asking so heavy amount of as a their fee. So what is your suggestions to reduce the cost also, as well as to get the more and more benefit financial benefits from them? Yes. What is your suggestion, please, sir?
Suggestion means, see, actually professional fees also there. They are certified attorney agents. They are sitting for the course and they are sitting for the examination to get the certificate, attorney certificates. Nowadays also you can individually file the patent. You can start your own digital signature. It's cost around 6,500, and individually you can file for, if you're finding attorneys are taking heavy expenses for filing of the patent, government also given the privilege. What exactly in patent we are doing? We are fighting for the research work. With respect to questionnaires, we are fighting. You individually also you can file. If you are aware, means if you read, means go through IP India website and Indian Research Copyright or Trademark website, all frequently asked questions are there.
Yeah, my one ex-professor has also nominated for 2 patents. He is doing individual efforts, and he can able to yes, he can able to register only.
Yes. See,
so unfortunately he is not here, but he has registered already.
Yes, actually attorneys are charging with their success rate. Arranging a grant is not a small thing. Lot of commitment required, consistency required, right kind of technology research practices are required, right answers with respect to IPR, first examinations report also required. Otherwise, everyone will get a patent grants.
Okay, after patent granting of patents, can there any market market prosperity that we can able to purchase?
Also, you can sell your patent to company, and you can take the what is that called, percentage also. You can sell your patent, or you can convert your patent idea into innovations, and you can launch into the market. For that, company required will invest for your work. Company required.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Any more question, please?
Thank you, sir. Sir, one question is there in the chat box actually from the Mr. Praveen Royalwar, sir. He is asking about that his patent. Actually, he had the first time reported a virus affecting garlic, and these viruses reported in other countries, but not in India. And he is saying that he has published this work in reputed journal, American Phytopathological Society. Such new reports can be copyrighted or patented. This is the question by.
Once again, repeat the question, please.
Yes.
Once again, repeat the question, please.
Yes, sir. Royalwar sir is there, and actually he's written the chat box. You can also. Yes.
Royalwar sir, you can please unmute yourself and ask the question yourself.
Yes. Let me search the chat box.
He has a mic problem, I think. That's why.
1 minute, please.
Yes, sir. You can also see in the chat box.
Yes.
And yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, let me check. Sarma OP, fungi economic, importance of fungi. Yes, micro join value sounds okay. And India have first time reported the virus affecting the garlic. This virus reported in other countries but not in India. I have published this work in reputed journal. Such new report can be copyright. Yes, you can take the copyright. You can take the copyright for your work. Copyright is called taking the proprietorship ownership. If you have invented the thing, you have all the, and publication with your name, you can take the copyright. No issue.
Okay. Anybody else wants to ask any question? Anybody else? I think there's no any question in the chat box, and we are very thankful to you, sir, for this nice information about the patents, copyright, etc. Now I request to Professor Shahaji Linde, sir, for giving the vote of thanks. Linde, sir, please.
Good evening. It has been such an honor to be a part of this 5 days national webinar on innovation, startup and incubation promoting IPR. On the behalf of SN Arts, DJM Commerce and BNS Science College Sangamner, I would like to extend my heartful gratitude to our esteemed guest, Professor Ramesh Chandra Pandaji, who is Chief Scientist from Begro Private Limited, Bhubaneswar. Sir has delivered deep knowledge regarding innovation and IPR as well as the copyrights, especially how to file the patents and the procedure related in. Sir, thank you very much. A special thanks to Principal Professor Dr. Gaikwad sir for providing immense support to make the webinar successful. I extend my gratitude to our Vice Principal Dr. R.S. Ladda sir and Vice Principal Dr. R.B. Tahsildar sir. I must thank the organizing team, IQAC Coordinator, Professor Pingle sir, Webinar Secretary, Professor Bairagi sir, IIC Chief, Dr. Sanab sir, and all the team members for working hard for the past few days to make this webinar successful. I extend my gratitude to Dr. Rajeshwari Oza, who compared the session very well. Finally, I would like to thank all of you present here, teachers and students from various states of our nation for making the time to be with us today and helping us make this webinar a grand success. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, Linde sir. And
personally, I want to invite Dr. Arun Gaikwad sir to visit my New Delhi office, right? And we'll have a get together. And this Saturday, we are most invited. Means I'm inviting you. Please have a visit, right? And if you are having any student work is ready or professor's work is ready for Indian research copyright or patents or publication something, you please connect to our principal sir, right? We are well connected. And definitely I'll help you out. Help you for the grants free of cost. I won't take any professional fees. I will help you. Only you pay the government registration fees, right? I will help you, definitely help you for the research work.
Thank you. Thank you, Panda sir. Really,
only thing is we need to inspire ourselves, right? We have to motivate ourselves, right? I will do that.
Okay.
I'll be better happy if I can contribute something, as you are already a MOU college. I'll be very happy if you are having any research work or you are interested to do start some new work. Definitely, I will help you out.
Okay, your help is very important for us. No doubt, I will communicate each and every information regarding the staff or student in respect of any patent, whatever it may be. We will take your guidance. Thank you for joining us.
I already shared my contact now. Sorry, email ID and chat box. Email ID I shared with you. You can write me if you are having any inventive ideas. Right, you can write me. I will help you definitely.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. With the kind permission of principal, sir, and coordinator, should we end the meeting? Tomorrow at the same time, we will meet again for the 4th day of this national webinar. Thank you. Thanks to all dignitary sisters. Thank you so much.
Nice day.
Thank you very much, sir. Panda sir. See you again.